So the stakes keep going up. Governor Wes Moore just released 163 political endorsements in Maryland, but one major Democrat was missing from that list: Senate President Bill Ferguson. Now, according to multiple sources who are familiar with discussions, that omission tied to this explosive issue behind the scenes, which is congressional redistricting. Now, here's why this matters. Bill Ferguson is one of the most powerful Democrats in Maryland politics. As Senate President, he controls a huge amount of the legislative agenda in Annapolis. But sources tell me Ferguson recently went to the governor seeking Moore's endorsement for re-election, and the two could not see eye to eye on redistricting. Now, this seems to be a bit of a change, as multiple text messages that I received between the governor's team and the Senate president's team seem to show that at one point there was an expected endorsement, which means there's some serious tension between two of the most powerful Democrats in the state. Now, neither side is saying publicly that that's the reason. So I just asked Governor Wes Moore about this, and this is what he had to say. Is this about redistricting?
No, I mean, this is about me putting together a list of people who I'm just very excited to be able to continue pushing Maryland.
Are you not excited about President Bill Ferguson?
No, we've gotten tremendous work done together with the Senate President. We're eager to continue focusing on things like we're driving down costs for the people of our state. We're making sure we're protecting the people of our state from the ravages that we've continued to see from the Trump-Vance administration. And we're also going to make sure that we're protecting them from the other continued assaults that we're seeing on our democracy.
The sources familiar say that this is the reason, and that conversations are still ongoing. Now, if you haven't been paying attention, all over the country, different states have been racing to redraw their congressional maps. And in Maryland, there's a Democratic supermajority, but Senate President Bill Ferguson has been publicly resisting these mid-cycle redistricting efforts. When I interviewed Bill Ferguson before, he was saying that he was worried about reopening the maps after the courts in Maryland had already struck down a past map. Now, right now, there's only one Republican seat held in Maryland, and he's worried that that could change if they reopen the maps and they have to go to court for it, and it might end up being like a 6-2 or 5-3 map. If you're following me, you also remember that the governor created this whole redistricting commission. He went and testified on behalf of redistricting, so he really wants Maryland to redraw these congressional maps. He says that this is about political redlining and giving people a say. Anyway, hit that follow button and share with your communities, because everyone should know what's going on.